Welcome to the Pacers Sports Network here at Herman Athletic Center on the campus of William Peace University here in Raleigh, North Carolina, right here in downtown. Today we've got a matchup between your William Peace women Pacers and Salem College. This one will be interesting for sure, as Salem College only has 6 players total with them today as a team. So only one player will be able to take a seat on the bench at a time. So that will be interesting for sure. Your Lady Pacers on an absolute tear. Their win streak well in double digits now. Only 2 losses overall on the season. Undefeated still in USA South play. And here we go as Lauren Cross receives the tip. Pacers will get it first in this one. Nice to be back here at home. Pacers coming off of a couple game road trip. And they are back here at the Herm. First 3 taken here at home. No good from Baker, but rebounded by Sydney Austin. They will get a fresh shot clock. And now that's going to be a violation, as Michaela Ray was the last to touch it. It'll be Salem ball as the Pacers come up empty with their first trip down today. Pacers already in a full course press defense. Sampson over to Slaughter. Slaughter goes up the left lane, guarded by Austin. A foul whistle blown, and that'll be on Sydney Austin. Sydney in the lineup. Usually she comes off the bench for the Pacers, but here in the Pacers' first game back at the Herm, she will be in the starting lineup. Coach Graham Smith, head coach of the Pacers in his 2nd season, and having a pretty darn good season, I might add, as the first free throw falls, and Salem will strike first in this one, 1-0 with 9:16 to go here in the first quarter. Second free throw way too strong. Both teams battling for it, but it'll be Slaughter that comes up with it for Salem, and they will get a fresh shot clock as they lead it 1-0 with 9:05 to go here in the first quarter. A deep 2 high arcing shot, well short from Kayla Harris, guard from Charlotte, North Carolina. And it'll be Pacer ball, so 1-0 your score with 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pacer lineup today will be Nautica Smiley, Lauren Cross, Michaela Ray, Sydney Austin, and Baker, as the Pacers turn this one over. Salem will get another attempt. Salem taking it to the right of us at the scores table. Pacers on offense will be taking it to the left. Over to the right side. Harris down to the right corner. Sampson back up to Harris. Harris just inside the arc over Sydney Austin. No good. Rebounded by Smiley. Cross on the left wing. Back up to Smiley. Over to Baker. Sierra Baker down to Michaela Ray. Drives up on the right block. Goes up and out. However, Sydney Austin there with the offensive rebound and the putback. Pacers on the board. They lead it for the first time today, 2-1, with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pacers already back in the full court press defense. Inside, left block no good from Slaughter. Aubrey Slaughter from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. About an hour and 40 minutes or so away from here. And it'll stay here with Salem, as Harris will look for some options, and she'll lob pass up to the top of the key. Almost stolen away by Cross, but into the hands of Brooks, and now a pass over to Bowen. Bowen guarded by Baker, handoff to Harris. Harris goes over to the right side, picks up the dribble, kicks it to Bowen. Bowen 3, no good, tipped away by Baker. However, Slaughter there to recover it and put it back in for Salem. They are back on top by 1, 3-2. 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. Baker over to Michaela Ray. Ray to Smiley to Cross. Cross over to Baker in the right corner. Picked up the dribble, good defense there by Brooks. Now left corner Smiley. 8 on the shot clock. Pacers running out of time here. Sydney Austin Pass intended for Michaela Ray goes off the foot of Slaughter. However, no kick called, and Salem will bring it back up as the Pacers have another empty trip. As they have only gotten on the board once today, they trail by 1, 3-2. Here's a two-pointer well short. And rebounded by Sydney Austin. Austin to Cross. Cross on the fast break up the right side, way too strong. Recovered by Bowen, and now a whistle blown. And that'll be a foul on Lauren Cross, her first today, and we'll have a substitution. As the only player on Salem's bench, Lauren Privet, will come into the game. And now Bowen receives it up near the midcourt logo, guarded by Baker. Stolen away by Smiley, but stolen right back by Brooks for Salem. And now it'll be a kick ball on one of the Pacer defenders, either Smiley or Baker over there right in front of the stands. And it'll stay here with Salem. 6:17 to go in the first quarter. Pacers trail by 1. Looking for options inside Bowen and tipped back out of bounds. Last touch by Sierra Baker. And it will stay here with Salem. As the pass goes in to Dion Sampson. Good defense here by Sydney Austin, but way too close. And they're going to call her with a foul. As now Jamisha Sanders, who usually starts for the Pacers, will come in for Sydney Austin and see her first minutes of the day. This is the first sub today for the Pacers. Brooks looking for some options. 10 on the shot clock. She's going to drive in on Michaela Ray on the right lane. No good. Good defense there from Ray. Now ball out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Salem. Last touch by one of the Pacer defenders. Now tipped out of bounds, Baker. Good defense here from the Pacers. They just keep tipping it out of bounds. As those are turnovers waiting to happen if they get just a little more on those. Left corner three, too strong. Rebounded by Lauren Cross. And the Pacers will get another crack at it as they've been a little dry on offense so far. Smiley, three-pointer. She hits the ground. Three-pointer no good, and we'll see if he's going to give her some free throws, and that is going to be the case. This will be Nautica Smiley, the freshman guard from Asheville, North Carolina. She's from Clyde A. Irwin High School. She's going to head to the line. This is the first free throws of the day for the Pacers, and this will give them an opportunity to tie it up and take the lead by 1 as the first free throw falls. And that'll knot things up at 3 apiece. Not a lot of offense here early, as we've got 5:40 remaining here at the Herm in the first quarter. Second shot good from Smiley, as she'll have an opportunity to put the Pacers up 2. Smiley goes through her routine, and she goes 3 of 3, all nothing but net from the line. And so that will put the Pacers up 2, their largest lead of the day, at 5-3. Got 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Stolen away by Michaela Ray and into the hands of Smiley. Smiley long pass down to Baker. Good defense early from the Pacers. However, no good on the offense, which is where they're struggling here early. Baker's shot no good, and Salem will get another crack at it. They trail by 2, 5-3. Shot from Slaughter, contested by Ray, and Sanders will come up with the rebound. Cross with it. She'll pull it back out, allow her teammates to head down the floor. Smiley snaps it to Ray. Ray up and under to Sanders. Sanders just short on the layup attempt. And Salem will get another crack at it as Dion Sampson, the freshman guard from Burlington, North Carolina, will bring it up. Slaughter down to the right block. Privet no good. Defense strong from Michaela Ray. Tipped out of bounds as Khadijah Daniels. Eva Holloway will check in for the first time today for the Pacers as Smiley and Baker will check out. And now we've got a timeout by Salem College. Coach Lewis will call this one. 4:32 to go here in the first quarter from the Herm. Your Pacers lead it 5-3. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network, where your Pacers lead this one 5-3. With 4.5 minutes remaining, they will have possession. 4.5 to go here in the first quarter, that is, as Khadijah Daniels touches it for the first time today. Sanders left wing, wide open. Lauren Cross from the left corner, too strong. She gets her own miss, however, and brings it back out beyond the arc on the left wing. Sharp pass down low to Sanders. Sanders to Ray. Pump fake a drive inside. A little contact there by Elise Brooks. And it'll stay Pacer ball. Pass into Sanders just in front of the arc. She'll drive in. She hits the floor. And that'll be a foul on Lauren Privet, the sophomore from Statesville, North Carolina. She went to Crossroads Early College, and she will check out of the game as Kayla Harris will check in her place, and Privet will head over to the Salem bench, where she is the one and only player. If you're just joining us, Salem with only 6 players total today, so it's going to be a long day for them, I'm sure, as they've only got one reserve waiting in the wings at each given time. Salem with it. They trail by 2 here. Pacers up 5-3. A shot from the right block. No good. Blocked by Michaela Ray and out of bounds. Seen a lot of that early here from the Pacers. Just a lot of tips out of bounds. They're not intercepting and, getting steals. They're just tipping things out of bounds, which that in itself is a good sign here early for the Pacer defense, as they're struggling a little bit on offense. Both of these sides are. As there's a turnover there, pass too high, Wild over towards the Pacer bench. And so that'll take things back over to the Pacer side of things as they lead at 5-3. Lauren Cross from the top of the key. She pulls back to the left wing. Now out of bounds. Last touch by Eva Holloway, as they're going to send it over to Salem. Mariah Parton checking in for the first time today in place of Lauren Cross. Mariah Parton, a sophomore guard right here from Raleigh, North Carolina. Pass down to Brooks, just in front of the stands on the left side. Michaela Ray looking for a travel call there on Aubrey Slaughters, as she appeared to pick up her feet, but no whistle blown, as Salem will maintain possession. They've got 10 on the shot clock. Harris drives up the gut. Too strong on the layup, and rebound by Eva Holloway of the Pacers. And here they come with a 2-point lead and 2:50 on the clock here in the first quarter. Michaela Ray thought about a 3. Parton down to the left side. Daniels up and under from the left block. She gets her first bucket of the day and extends the Pacer lead out to 4, the largest of the day. Good trap here by Sanders and Daniels. And now that'll force a travel by Kayla Harris. And that'll bring it Pacer ball. 7-3 your score with 2.5, just under 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Daniels over to Holloway at the top of the key. Holloway to Ray. Ray down to Parton on the right corner. Daniels top of the key. Sharp pass down to Sanders, tipped by Bowen. And then we're going to call a jump ball. And it will go to Salem with 2:11 to go in the first quarter. Good defensive possession there by Salem. Sampson to Bowen. Bowen kicks it out to the left corner. Brooks takes a 3, too short. Khadijah Daniels had it, but it goes over to Slaughter, and Salem will take it right back. Three-pointer no good from Bowen. And now Daniels will recover this one. Pass a little too far behind Sanders. It's stolen away, and now a foul. That foul going to Michaela Ray, the senior from Asheville, North Carolina. Recently became a member of the 1,000-1,000 club. 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in her college career, all here with the Pacers. She will be awarded that foul there. Both teams have 4 team fouls so far this half. Jump shot from Slaughter is good, and that'll cut the Pacer lead to 2 as Kiera Williams is in for the first time today for the Pacers. A minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Pacers lead at 7-5. Very low-scoring game so far. Both teams kind of struggling on offense. A little sloppy play, but Kiera Williams cleans it up there, as that will push the Pacer lead back out to 4 at 9-5 with a minute 10 remaining in the first quarter. Slaughter goes inside on Williams. Right block shot is good, and that'll close in a little bit further. 9-7. Pacers still lead it by 2. Parton over to Daniels. Daniels to Holloway near the top of the key. Sanders right wing. Cross court to the left wing to Eva Holloway. Good defense there by Sampson. And now ball out of bounds as Jamisha Sanders struggling a little bit with her ball control here early. 42.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Salem will have it. Good defense there from Sanders, stolen away. Khadijah Daniels all alone on the right side, goes up for the layup, and good. Pacers up by 4, 11-7. Shot clock is down, 25 on the game clock. Left wing 3 taken by Brooks, too strong, rebounded by Privet. She goes back up and gets it. 11-9 your score, 5 on the game clock now. Parton brings it up. And now a kick ball as it went into the foot of Elise Brooks for Salem. And so the Pacers will maintain possession here with 3.22 seconds in the first quarter, and they'll get the last shot of the quarter. Daniels receives it. Mid-range shot too strong. Buzzer expires. And that will do it for the first quarter here in the Herm. Pacers lead this one 11-9. They've led most of the way. We'll be right back on the Pacer Sports Network to get the second quarter going. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Pacer Sports Network. We're getting the second quarter started here from Herman Athletic Center on the campus of William Peace University. It'll be Pacer ball first. As Daniels has it, coming around to the right side. Bounce pass to Baker. Baker, little floater, it gets it to go. 13-9 your score. 9:40 to go. Pacers still in a full court press. They've led most of the way. It's been kind of a struggle offensively for both sides to get anything going. A lot of, tipped balls out of bounds, turnovers, and a lot of sloppy play on offense by both sides. However, Pacers lead it 4 points. And now a foul as that will send Aubrey Slaughter to the line. She's taken a few free throws already today, only made one of them. First shot too strong, rattles out. Second free throw there rattles in for Slaughter, the freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, standing about 5'11", and she'll cut the Pacer lead to just 3, 13-10. Pacers led most of the way. However, Salem's been hot on their heels. The Pacers have yet to lead more than 4. And that could change right there as Lauren Cross gets a 3 to bounce in, and that'll extend that Pacer lead out to 6. And now that's a travel on Brooks for a Salem turnover, and that'll send it over to the Pacers side of things with 8:59 to go here in the second quarter from the Herm. Pacers on a 5-1 run in the last minute 15. They've hit 4 of their last 5 attempts from the field, and Baker loses it out of bounds, and they're going to send it to Salem, as Baker thought perhaps Sampson, her Salem defender there, may have been the last to touch it, but that is not what the official called, so it'll be Salem ball. They trail by 6, 16-10. 8:40 to go in the second quarter from the right block. Good for Harris on the layup attempt, and that'll cut the lead to 4. Cross near the midcourt logo. Goes around a pick from Eva Holloway. Pass to a wide open Baker on the left block. Converts to 2, and that'll put the Pacers back up 6 with 18-12 being your score. Pass down to Harris. Harris to Sampson. Sampson to Slaughter. Slaughter shot blocked by Kiera Williams. And it will be Pacer ball with 8 minutes to go here in the first half. As Eva Holloway gets it to Baker. Baker jab step to the left as she goes on the right side. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Baker there. And that'll send it over to Salem. A few substitutions for both sides now. Michaela Ray will check in for Kiera Williams. And Privet will check in for Sydney Bowen. Pacers still in a full court press. Long pass down to Privet. And now pass back to Sampson. And now whistle blown down there, as that'll likely be a foul on Michaela Ray as Slaughter went up. But they'll call that a foul on the floor. But it will be Salem ball as Harris will lob pass it out to the right wing to Brooks. Brooks goes up the right lane around a pick from Privet. As she just kind of heaves this one up. Bounce pass to Slaughter. Slaughter almost loses her footing. She regains it, goes up on Ray and misses. As Daniels brings it up. Holloway to Baker. Baker on the right block, gets it. Biggest lead of the day so far at 8 points for the Pacers. 20-12, they lead it with 7:20 to go in the first quarter. Passed near the midcourt logo up to Sampson. Sampson guarded by Baker. Good defense here by Baker. Slaughter from the free throw line, too strong. And recovered by Cross for the Pacers as she'll bring this one up with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Shot no good from Baker and rebounded by Slaughter. And Slaughter will kick it to Brooks, and she'll bring this one up slowly for Salem. Salem scoreless in the last minute 42. Not a lot of scoring from them so far this quarter. As Brooks goes up and under some Baker defense, and she will get a bucket and cut that Pacer lead to 6 at 20-14. A few substitutions for both sides now as Crystal Jerome will check in for the first time today for the Pacers in place of Eva Holloway. Privet will check out. Bowen will check back in for Salem. It'll remain Pacer ball after the whistle. Jerome Over to Daniels. Daniels to Jerome. Jerome to Ray. Ray across to the left corner. Baker takes a three. And nothing but net for Baker. She's starting to heat up a little bit. And that'll put the Pacer lead to 9, 23-14 with just over 6 minutes to play. Jerome almost a steal. Slaughter hits the floor. And now Slaughter and Cross get tangled up, and that'll likely be a foul on Slaughter, and then it'll go Pacer ball, as Cross was the one to come up with it. Slaughter checks out of the game. First steal of the night for Lauren Cross right there. Privet back in after only spending maybe a minute on the Salem bench in place of Slaughter. Around to Cross, right corner. Sharp pass inside to Ray, right block, and she gets fouled as she goes up with it. She will go to the line for a couple of free throws. That foul on Brooks. 23-14 your score. Pacers up 9. 5:50 to go in the second quarter, excuse me. First shot from Ray, too short. Michaela Ray, 0 of 1 from the field, and now 1 of 2 from the free throw line, as that was her first point of the day. And now Coach Lewis of Salem will call a quick timeout. 5:49 to go here in the second quarter. Pacers lead it by 10, the first double-digit lead of the day for anybody. We'll be right back on the Pacers Sports Network. It'll be Salem ball as we are back right here on the Pacer Sports Network on the William Peace YouTube page, as Daniels gets a nice steal there for the Pacers. Crystal Jerome goes up for the short two-pointer. However, that will be a foul on the floor as Jerome tried to heave it up before the foul call was made. Jerome to Baker, Baker to Daniels. Daniels back to Jerome, top of the key. Wide open for Cross. Too strong on the three-point attempt. Daniels with the rebound, goes up, misses the layup. Ray on the putback, she misses, goes up again as she gets fouled by Privet. And now Michaela Ray will go to the line for a pair of free throws, as they're going to say that foul was actually on Bowen, not Privet. As Slaughter checks in for Privet. First shot from Ray, good. Pacers on a 13-game win streak, as they're off to a nice 11-0 record here in USA South play. Michaela Ray misses the second shot. Daniels on the offensive rebound, misses her attempt. And now a jump ball, and that will likely go over to Salem, as that's exactly what will happen after that jump ball. Bowen over to Sampson, and then a whistle blown, as they're going to say that's on Lauren Cross, as her and Slaughter got tangled up. Sampson guarded by Baker. They cross midcourt, pass into Brooks near the free throw line. Good defense there by Daniels, but not good enough as Brooks gets the shot to fall. And that'll cut the Pacer lead back into single digits at 9, 25-16. As Bowen recovers this for Salem. A football-style pass down to Brooks. She saves it before it goes out of bounds on the other end. As Baker will tip this one out of bounds. It'll stay here with Salem. 4:45 to go here in the first half from the Herm. Pacers lead it by 9, 25-16. They've led pretty much the whole way, except for the first couple of minutes of the first quarter. And now Brooks will get fouled by Khadijah Daniels. Michaela Ray will actually get the foul call there instead of Khadijah Daniels, and Brooks from Charlotte, North Carolina. She is going to go to the line here for Salem for a pair of free throws. First shot too short. Second shot too strong. So 0 of 2 from the line there for Brooks. Pacers will bring this one back up. They lead by 9, 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Khadijah Daniels recovers the ball and goes up and gets fouled, and she will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Daniels with 4 points so far today. She's 2 of 5 from the field. Most of her work coming from the rebounding category as she has 6 rebounds. She also has 2 steals. Some subs for both sides here as Privet will check in for Salem, and then Parton and Sanders will check back in for the Pacers. Slaughter will check out. First shot good from Daniels. That'll give her 5 points total today. The Pacers cooling off a little bit from offense as they're one of their last 6 attempts from the field. About 39.1% so far from the field today, hitting 9 of 23 attempts, and now whistle blown. As we will reset the shot clock, and Salem will take it right back out. 4:29 to go here in the first half. Pacers lead it by 11, their largest lead of the day at 27-16. Pass stolen away from Parton. She goes up the gut for the Pacers, and they're going to call a travel on Parton. Not sure about that call. She looked like she took the typical 2.5 or so steps that most people do under the basket right before a layup. But apparently the official saw one too many. So that'll be a Pacer turnover. They've got 12 turnovers so far today. Salem has 8. Good trap there by Parton, and Daniels forces a pass down under the hoop, and Harris puts this one in for Salem. Pacer lead cut to 9. Baker to Sanders. Sanders met by Brooks. However, up over Brooks for the 2. Sanders gets in the scoring column for the first time today. She's 1 of 3 attempts from the field. Now Parton steals it away. Wide open Khadijah Daniels on the right block, puts it back in. Pacers up 13, 31-18. Now the Pacers starting to come alive a little bit as now it's their ball again. After a Salem turnover pass wild too high over near the Pacer bench. 3.5 minutes to go. Pacers up 13. Now a loose ball recovered by Harris. She goes up. Khadijah Daniels chases her down, and last touch by Deion Sampson as it goes out of bounds. It'll be another turnover for Salem, and it'll be Pacer ball. Salem with 11 turnovers after that. Aubrey Slaughter will check in for Lauren Privet. Sanders to Cross. Cross to Daniels, almost stolen away by Bowen. Recovered by Baker as Baker gets fouled. They're going to call that one on Harris. Kiera Williams, freshman from High Point, North Carolina, will check in for Lauren Cross. Cross with just 3 points so far in this one as she heads to the bench for the Pacers. She's 1 of 5 from the field. That bucket being from the three-point line. First shot good from Baker from the line. Baker, a freshman guard from Fuquay Varina. She leads scoring so far today for the Pacers as she has 11 points after that second free throw rattles in. Peace on a 6-0 run in the last minute. There's now a whistle blown, and they're going to call that one on Mariah Parton. 2 shots coming up here for Deion Sampson. No points so far for her today. She's got 1 rebound, 1 assist, however. Shot strong off the iron and up and in. She's on the board for the first time today, and that'll cut the Pacer lead to 14 at 33-19. We've got 3:05 to go here in the second quarter. Second shot good from Deion Sampson, a freshman from Burlington, North Carolina. She'll cut that Pacer lead to 13 as we've hit the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Sanders over to Parton, left side. Parton to Baker. Baker waves off Khadijah Daniels. Bounce pass into Sanders. Baker, right wing, gets it to go. She stays hot. She's got 14 points now as she leads scoring for the Pacers. She's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Slaughter brings it up the right side. Bowen's going to take a 3 from the top of the key, well left. And Sanders recovers it. Pacers with their largest lead of the day at 16. They lead at 36-20. Baker brings it up the right side, takes a J, too strong. And that'll be the last touch by Parton, and it'll come to Salem with 2:16 to go in the second quarter. Slaughter loses it, stolen by Parton. She'll bring it up and she'll pull it back out and allow her teammates to come down. Pass to Baker inside to Sanders. Baker pump fake from the right side inside to Sanders. Sanders gets hacked as she goes up. So now Jamisha Sanders will get a pair of free throws. She's only got 2 points today. She's 1 of 3 from the field. She has yet to take any free throw attempts. Nautica Smiley will check in for Mariah. Smiley will check in for Khadijah Daniels. First shot good from Sanders. She's got 3 points now. Pacers shooting about 83.3% from the free throw line as they are now 10 of 12 as a team. They're on a 10-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Second shot good from Sanders, and that'll put the Pacers up at their largest lead of the day at 18, 38-20, as we've got 1:55 to go here in the second quarter. It'll be Salem ball. They're scoreless in about the last minute of play. Only 1 bucket for them in the last 2 minutes of play. As now Privet hits the floor. And now they're going to call a charge. That charge going to go to Mariah Parton as now Privet will head to the Salem bench after she took an elbow or something to the nose, and so the trainer will tend to her. Crystal Jerome in for Mariah Parton for your Pacers. So we've hit 1:16 to go here in the second quarter. Pacers up 18, 38-20. Deion Sampson in for Lauren Privet. No good for Brooks. Slaughter Baker with it on the right side. Sanders was a little slow to come down the floor. She looked like she hit her head, but she comes back down regardless. And there's Nautica Smiley on the three-pointer, and that'll put the Pacers up 19, their biggest lead of the day, 41-22, as we are under a minute to play here in the second quarter, 38 seconds to go. Harris picks up the dribble, gets it to Bowen. Bowen to Sampson, now out to the right corner. Brooks no good on the three. Look good from here, as it will be too strong and out of bounds. It'll be Pacer ball. With 26.6 seconds to go here in the first half, shot clock is down. As Crystal Jerome will receive the pass from Baker. She'll slowly jog it up the floor. Jerome over to Baker, 13 seconds to go. Sanders up to Baker in the right wing. Baker into Williams. Williams gets it stripped away. That's stolen by Deion Sampson. Shot good from midcourt. From well beyond midcourt, Deion Sampson heaves it with plenty of time left, about 2 seconds to go in the half. And she hits nothing but net to take us to halftime. What a note to end on. Your Pacers lead it, though, 41-25. They're up 16. We'll be back in about 14 minutes, 13 minutes or so, and we'll get the third quarter going right here from the Pacer Sports Network. Go back to the Pacer Sports Network, where we are getting the second half started here from the Herm. Pacers lead this one so far 41-25. They've led it pretty much the whole way. Sierra Baker pretty much led the scoring the entire first half for the Pacers. She has 14 points on 5 of 9 attempt shooting. And speaking of the Devil, she hits another one right there and opens up the half with a three-pointer for the Pacers, and that's going to extend the lead out to 19 for them at 44-25. Baker with 17 points after that. Brooks takes a three of her own, and it rattles out into the hands of Jamisha Sanders, who starts the second half. She did not start the first half, as Sydney Austin started instead. Usually that role is reversed most games, and that's exactly how we'll start the second half, a kick ball. It'll stay here with the Pacers. Baker pass in down low to Sanders. Sanders up and over Privet, and it's good. Sanders a little slow to start in this one, but she's had a handful of buckets here in the last couple of minutes of play. Bowen brings it up the floor. Brooks, sharp pass out to Bowen. Bowen drives in on the left side, too strong. Khadijah Daniels on the offensive rebound, and she'll slow down the pace just a little bit. She also starts the second half. She didn't start the beginning of the game. Baker, another three for Baker. She's been hot all day, but too strong there, off to the right. And Brooks will bring this up, slow down the pace for Salem. 8:36 to go in the third quarter. Slaughter from beyond the free throw line, too strong. Sanders recovers it. And here's cross intended for Michaela Ray, and now Slaughter interferes there and tips it away to her teammate Elise Brooks. Pacers with a 21-point lead, 46-25, with 8:11 to go here in the third quarter. Brooks goes up, good defense there from Michaela Ray to get the block, and Khadijah Daniel blocks the putback. However, out of bounds off the hands of either Daniels or Ray, and it'll be Salem ball. Bowen checks out as Kayla Harris checks into the game for the first time this half. Peace on a 5-0 run in the last minute 56. Harris gets trapped, and Cross reaches in and steals it away, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on Salem. It'll be Pacer ball. Turnover number 13 there for Salem. William Peace, on the other hand, they have 16 turnovers so far. Kind of a sloppy first half on offense there for a while for both sides, and then eventually the Pacers kind of got things going, as there's Daniels to extend the lead out to 23, 48-25. And Baker steals it right back down to Daniels, who gives it to Sanders wide open. Pacers up 25. There's a trap by Daniels and Cross as the Pacers get a nice little boost of momentum. Timeout, Salem. Pacers lead it by 25, 50-25, 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. Pacers with a lot of momentum. We'll take a quick break here on the Pacer Sports Network. Right back here on the Pacer Sports Network with 7:22 to go. Salem with a quick timeout there as they got locked up in a jump ball. It'll be Salem ball. Deion Sampson, pass stolen away by Cross. She gets out in front. Sanders gets the pass. She loses it, regains it, puts it in. Pacers up 27. Pass down to Slaughter. And that's just going to go out of bounds. Another turnover by Salem as Michaela Ray will check this one in for the Pacers. And Kayla Harris will check out as Bowen checks back in. Michaela Ray pass over to Baker. Baker over to Sanders. Sanders cross court to Cross. Cross inside Daniels. Daniels trying to get over Privet. Good defense there by Privet. There was a complete size mismatch, and now Baker misses. Khadijah Daniels, as she hits the floor, going for the rebound. And they're going to say that was a foul on Khadijah Daniels, as she just kind of laughs that one off as she can't believe it. Pacers come into this matchup 18-2 overall. They're 11-0, an undefeated 11-0 in USA South play. 8-1 here at the Herm, and they are on an impressive 13-game winning streak, as that shot from Slaughter gets blocked by Michaela Ray. Down to Sanders, and Sanders misses the layup attempt. Out of bounds, last touch by Bowen. It's going to stay here with the Pacers. With 6:13 to go in the third quarter, Pacers lead it by 27. Or 23, I should say. As Baker receives his pass on the right side, a little step back two, deep two, no good. Slaughter on the rebound, and a handoff to Bowen. Bowen crosses midcourt. Just under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Goes around a pick from Slaughter. And now Michaela Ray sends this one out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Salem, however. Pass in to Sampson. Sampson, a freshman from Burlington, North Carolina. Slaughter working on Michaela Ray, up and under the left side. She gets that one to go. Pacers still lead at 52-27. Sanders goes up, gets blocked by Slaughter. Good defense there. She's made an impact on that front today for sure. Slaughter receives it down to Privet, wide open. Sanders close behind, but not close enough. Another bucket, back-to-back buckets for Salem, as Privet gets that one to go, and the lead is to 23 for the Pacers. With 5:10 to go. A foul there. Khadijah Daniels hits the floor. Pacers scoreless in the last minute 54. Sydney Austin will check in here for the first time in a long time for the Pacers. We haven't really seen her since the first quarter, as Sanders will check out and head over to the Pacer bench. In the meantime, Kayla Harris will check in for Aubrey Slaughter of Salem. Pacers scoreless in about the last 2 minutes. Pass inside, Austin gets blocked by Privet. However, a little too much body as well on that, and that'll send Sydney Austin straight to the free throw line, fresh off the Pacer bench. Austin, only 4 minutes of play so far, just in the opening of this one, as she misses the first free throw. She does have 2 points to her credit, as she's 1 of 1 from the field. She already has 2 fouls, which is probably why she hasn't seen as much time today. She tends to get in foul trouble. Good defense by Austin. She just tends to get a little too close at times where the officials will call a foul. Good hustle there by the Pacers to get it out of bounds. It's going to stop the play and stay Salem ball. Sydney Austin making her free throw there with 3 points. Pacers up 53-29. They've led pretty much the entire way since the very opening of this game. Privet receives it near the free throw line, and pass down to Bowen. Bowen, a little short, rattles around, rebounded by Michaela Ray. Ray pass down to Cross. Cross to Austin. Austin, a 2-pointer, too short. Privet on the rebound, and she gets it to Bowen. Bowen, weak pass stolen away by Michaela Ray, and they're going to call a travel. And I don't know how you could call that a travel, as yes, Michaela Ray did hit the ground, but she was maintaining her dribble as she hit the floor. That's only a travel if she would have picked up the dribble, and they're still going to call it a travel. And I don't think it's biased of me at all to call that a very bad call, because she kept the dribble going, and I don't know how the official could have missed that. However, timeout taken by Salem with 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. Pacers lead at 53-29. We'll be right back on the Pacers Sports Network. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network. 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. Pacers lead. They've led pretty much the whole way. They're up 53-29 currently. As Sydney Austin almost tips that one and steals it away. However, stays here with Salem. And now Michaela Ray takes it. And now right back to Salem into the hands of Sampson. Up from Bowen. And she converts, and that'll cut the Pacer lead to 22, 53-31 as we hit the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Baker to Ray, Ray out to Daniels, Daniels to Sydney Austin from the right block. She makes contact with Privet, bucket falls, and one free throw coming up. Sydney Austin with her 5th points of the day right there, as she will take one more free throw. That put the Pacers up 24 and make it 25 as the free throw falls. 56-31 your score. Sydney Austin with some good quality minutes off the bench here in the last several minutes. Harris receives the pass, gets it to Sampson. Sampson guarded by Holloway. They back out to the midcourt logo. Slaughter near the free throw line. Slaughter, Brooks. Brooks back to Slaughter. Slaughter. Good defense there by Austin and Ray. Tipped away, Brooks recovers, but not before Parton can get to it. And now Eva Holloway, here's Austin again, gets it! Austin starting to heat up. Harris down to Brooks. Brooks way too strong on the layup attempt, however recovered by Harris. As Sydney Austin putting a nice little piece of momentum into this Pacer crowd and her Pacer teammates with 2:57 to go. Pacers lead at 58-31. A 27-point lead, biggest of the night for the Pacers. Shot clock expires. Shot off in time. So it'll be Pacer ball. Kiera Williams checking in yet again for the Pacers. Pacers on a 5-0 run in about the last minute, just under a minute of play. Cross just inside the arc from left side, drills a two, a deep two. And that'll put the Pacers at their largest lead of the night at 29. As they've hit the 60-point mark, 60-31 your score. With just under 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sydney Austin steals it and gets fouled on the breakaway. That foul on Bowen. Pass in the cross as we resume play. Pacers looking to hit the 30-point mark right here as they lead it by 29 at the moment. Eva Holloway wide open two, got it. Pacers up 31. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pacers up 62-31. Slaughter goes up. Kiera Williams gets called on the foul. A little too much contact there. Kiera Williams, a freshman forward out of High Point, North Carolina, a key big center who plays a lot of quality minutes for the Pacers off the bench. First shot from Slaughter goes, and that'll end the scoreless drought that Salem has had in about the last 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Slaughter, second free throw too strong and off to the left. Sydney Austin last touches it as it goes out of bounds. Pacers lead 30, 62-32. Minute 49 to go here in the third quarter. Harris on the inbound pass, looking for an option. A lob pass down to Bowen beyond the arc. Bowen into Slaughter, just inside the free throw line. Eva Holloway almost tips it out of bounds. Kiera Williams recovers the miss. Cross, Parton wide open. Parton gets it to go on the right side. And that puts the Pacers up 32, their biggest lead of the day, with a minute and a half remaining in the third quarter. Pass down to Brooks, right corner, too strong. She tried to get the bank shot. Parton recovers it. Parton goes up on Slaughter and gets it to fall. And that sends a nice little surge of energy through the Pacer bench and the Pacer crowd. Pacers lead it now 66-32. Slaughter bounce pass stolen away by Kiera Williams. Another Salem turnover. Turnover number 20. However, taken right back by Salem. Turnover number 19 there for the Pacers. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Pacers up 34. Slaughter contested two, no good. Rebounded by Kiera Williams. Cross down to Sydney Austin on the left block. Rattles around and out. She gets her own miss. Stripped away by Slaughter. And now off. And now it's going to stay here with Salem as Parton stripped it away from Sampson and was the last one to touch it. Good aggression there by both Parton and Sydney Austin trying to recover that for the Pacers. 27.1 seconds to go. Shot clock is down. Harris receives the pass. Down to Slaughter, left side. Good defense from Kiera Williams trying to block it, but she doesn't get it. 20 seconds to go. Pacers lead by 32. As Cross will slowly walk this one up the floor. 10 seconds remaining. The Pacers will likely take the last shot of the quarter. Parton from the left wing. Cross from the right. Takes the three. Too strong. Rebounded by Harris. Buzzer will expire. And that will do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead it by 32, 66-34. We'll be right back on the Pacers Sports Network, and we'll get the fourth quarter going. It'll be Salem ball as we get the fourth quarter going right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Pacers lead by 32, 66-34. As Sampson brings this one up, guarded by Parton. Over to Bowen. Bowen to the left corner to Brooks. Brooks looking for options. She finds Sampson. Sampson to Bowen. Takes a three. No good. Rebounded by Williams. It'll be Pacer ball for the first time in the fourth quarter. As Cross tries to get it away, she loses it. Into the hands of Sampson. Sampson pulls back, allows her teammates to get down the floor. Slaughter receives the pass, goes up, and Kiera Williams, who went for the block, is going to get called for the foul. Foul number 3 there for Kiera Williams, the freshman out of High Point, North Carolina, and High Point Central High School. Slaughter too strong on the free throw. She's missed quite a few in that fashion today. She does lead scoring, however, for Salem with 15 points, 6 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7, however, from the free throw line. 11 rebounds for her. She misses again, rebounded by Parton as Parton chases it down. She brings it up the gut and goes right over Harris. Complete size mismatch there, and that'll put the Pacers up 34 at 68-34. Parton, tight defense there on Bowen on the other end. Almost stole it away. Slaughter can't get up to the pass, and it's into the hands of Williams. Williams down to Parton, wide open, just puts it in for the Pacers as they extend the lead out to 36 at 70-34. Double team there, forces the pass to Bowen. Bowen over to Slaughter. Slaughter, mid-range 2, gets it. And she now has 17 points as she leads scoring here for Salem. And now Sydney Austin attempting to go down low, as they'll say she touched the out-of-bounds line down there under the goal. Eight and a half minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bowen brings it up the gut, loses it. Out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Salem as Sydney Austin was the last to touch it. Lauren Privet in for Aubrey Slaughter. A deep 2, no good for Harris. Crystal Jerome on the rebound, fresh off the Pacer bench. Austin to Parton, back over to Austin on the right block. Kicks out to Jerome. Jerome pass to Parton, wide open 3 from the right corner, and yes! Good job there by Parton to kind of slow herself down as she was just in front of the three-point line, and she took a little step back there to make sure she got the 3 points. And that extends the Pacer lead out to 73-36. Almost stolen by Jerome. Bowen on the recovery, gets it to Brooks. Brooks in the left corner. Stolen away by Austin. Austin over to Parton again. Parton goes up, too strong, and Sydney Austin on the putback. Timeout Salem with 7:29 to go. Pacers lead 75-36. Your leading scorers so far today for the Pacers, Sierra Baker with 17 points and Mariah Parton with 13. Sydney Austin with 8 good points off the bench is third in scoring for the Pacers. Pacers on a nice 5-0 run. In the last minute 15, a 22-5 run in the last 6:28. A complete dominant performance here today, as usual by the Pacers, as they are on a 13-game winning streak. This is game 1 of 3 back here at the Herm after coming off of a 2-game road trip that saw them 2 quality wins. As both teams are back out on the court, it'll be Salem ball. Bowen will receive it from the official. Pacers not letting off the gas just yet. Still a one-on-one coverage here. Nautica Smiley back into the game for the first time in a little while after the timeout. Pamela Mock back in for the first time today. Jerome on the other end, stolen away and converts, and she gets her first bucket of the day. Seven-minute mark has been hit. Pacers up 41, 77-36. Deion Sampson will take a moment, looking for options. Tight defense here by Smiley. Pass into Brooks. Brooks from the free throw line takes a 2, way too strong. Kiera Williams gets it to Jerome. And Jerome a pass to Smiley. Smiley gets blocked by Privet. She hits the floor. No whistle blown. It'll be Salem ball. As Harris gets it to Bowen on the other end. Bowen to Brooks. Brooks to Sampson. Sampson takes a three-pointer from the right wing. No good. Harris on the offensive rebound. Bowen too strong in the layup on the left side. And it'll be Pacer ball as Brooks could not save it before it went out of bounds, as she was the last one to touch it. Emmanuel and Moore will check in now for the first time today for the Pacers. 6:14 to go. Jesse Moore, freshman guard from Lenoir, North Carolina. Yamila Emmanuel, a freshman from New York, New York. Both of those guys in for the first time today, as we have just over 6 minutes to play. Jerome receives the pass from Moore. Smiley, left corner three, too short. Harris on the rebound, almost stolen away from Smiley. Brooks drives in hard. And that'll be Moore as she went in and got the strip. But the official saw a little too much contact there. Her first foul of the day. Not even a minute after coming off the bench. Brooks pass in to Slaughter. Slaughter picks up the dribble, gets it to Bowen. A bad handoff, however. Pamela Mock steals it away. Jerome receives it. And they're going to say she was the last one to touch it before going out of bounds. And so that'll make it Salem ball. Pacers up 41 with a 5.5 minute remaining here in the fourth quarter. Shot deep two, bank shot good from Brooks. And that'll end the scoreless drought that the Salem has had in the last 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Shot from Moore, gets it. Moore with her first bucket of the day beyond the arc. As the Pacers hit the 80-point mark now, as they lead at 80-38 with 5 minutes remaining. A jump ball as Jerome went in for the steal. And it'll be Pacer ball. Good defense there from Crystal Jerome. Jerome, a junior guard, standing about 5 foot even from Greenville, North Carolina, a transfer from Lenoir Community College, one of a handful of JUCO transfers the Pacers have this year. Stolen away by Slaughter. And then she bounces it off her foot. And Smiley recovers it. Smiley wide open left wing three. Too short. That would have been back-to-back threes made for the Pacers. One from Moore and then one from Smiley right there. Harris to Slaughter. Slaughter goes up for the layup, no good. And last touch by Moore. Is now Stephanie Chandler, freshman from Summerfield, North Carolina, will check in for the first time today in place of Nautica Smiley. Pacers still on a 10-2 run in the last 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Privet from the free throw line, out to Bowen, beyond the arc, right wing, gets it. Bowen with 5 points after that. She hits her first one from beyond the arc. She's now 1 of 4 from 3 points. Mott receives the pass from Jerome. She'll dribble it around near the midcourt logo. Jerome with it right side. Jerome to Moore. Moore, a deep three. She hit the last one, doesn't get that one, too strong. Jerome on the rebound, and it crawls in. Good job there from Crystal Jerome. Jerome with 4 points now off the Pacer bench. Pacers lead by 41, 82-41, with 3:30 even to go here in the fourth quarter of this one. Timeout taken now here by Coach Lewis of Salem before Sydney Bowen will take a pair of free throws. We'll be right back on the Pacer Sports Network. 3.5 minutes to go. Pacers in a nice, good position here to extend that 13-game winning streak out to 14 as they lead this one 82-41. We'll be right back on the Pacer Sports Network. .330 to go here in the fourth quarter from the Herm as Sydney Bowen prepares to take a few free throws. She's got 5 points tonight for Salem. She's 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. As she gets the first one to go in, she now has 6 points. And that'll cut the Pacer lead to just 40 even. Second one is good from Bowen, and that'll cut the Pacer lead to 39 at 82-43. All the same faces still out there for the Pacers as Moore takes another 3, no good. She's taken 3 of those and hit 1. Rebounded by Bowen. Bowen closely guarded by Emmanuel and Mock. Bowen goes around, and that'll be a foul called on Pamela Mock. And Bowen will check this one in for Salem. Pass into Sampson. Bowen stolen away by Jerome. Jerome out in front, closely guarded by Bowen. Jerome too short on the layup. Recovered and put in by Stephanie Chandler, and she gets a bucket off the bench. Jerome with another almost steal. Good quality minutes here from all the Pacer bench players. Slaughter with it from the free throw line. No good on the shot. Moore recovers it. Jerome takes it away and brings it up for the Pacers. 84-43, 2.5 minutes to go. Pamela Mock, and they're going to call a travel, as that was a nice little stutter step there, so good call from the official to see that. Pacers up 41 with 2:27 to go. Bowen pass into Brooks. Bowen goes around a pick from Privet. Sampson receives the pass and puts it up, a nice little mid-range floater, and that'll cut the Pacer lead to 39. Jerome pass to Chandler, Chandler to Mock, left corner. Mock looking for options, finds Jerome. Jerome out to Moore. Moore's taken 3 three-pointers so far. Chandler receives the pass. Mock on the three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Privet, and Privet hands it off to Bowen with 1:45 to go. Pacers up 40. Sampson goes up over Emmanuel. Emmanuel forces the miss. Pamela Mock on the rebound. Jerome, and now timeout by Graham Smith. As Crystal Jerome will check out of the game. Shelby Wolf will come in for the first time today. She's a sophomore guard slash forward, standing about 5'11". She's from Cherokee, North Carolina. Moore into Chandler. Chandler from the right block. She's got another one. Chandler with 2 buckets off the Pacer bench. Pacers up 41 with 1:06 to go. Bowen, deep 2, too short. Rebounded by Emmanuel, a minute to go in this one. Good points there from Wolf. Pretty much everyone that's come in off the Pacer bench has contributed so far in this one. Only Mock and Emmanuel yet to score for the Pacers. The entire roster has contributed in some way today. 43-point lead by the Pacers with 36 seconds to go. Sampson and one. And she'll get the bucket to fall. That foul on Emmanuel. Free throws coming up here for Sampson on the 1-and-1. One shot there and one shot good. Pacers lead by 40 with 30 seconds to go. Shot clock at about 25. Mock with it. Will dribble around to the right side and just let the clock melt just a little bit. "15 seconds to go, 10 on the shot clock. Mock will go around a pick from Emmanuel. Mock over to Moore. Moore drives in left side. Little floater too strong. Chandler, no good, as that would have been her third bucket off the bench. She takes another attempt. Clock expires. And that's going to do it here in this one. Your final score. Pacers win it 88-48 by 40 even. And that'll extend the Pacers' win streak out to 14. They now have a 19-2 record. They're 19-2 overall, 9-1 here at the Herm, still undefeated in USA South play. This being game 1 of 3 in a home stretch, a 3-game home stretch for the Pacers. Their next game being Tuesday, that one against Meredith. Other than that, that's going to do it here from the Herm tonight. We hope you've enjoyed your time on the Pacer Sports Network right here on the William Peace Athletics YouTube page. Good night from Raleigh.